Hey everyone, Sean Joel here from Elevation Leaders, where we help you 10x your business valuation. It's a new year, January 2024, and with the new year comes many new challenges. When you're thinking about the way you want to run your business, there's many different things that we look at in terms of the team that you need to support you. Now, there's three specific concepts I'm going to speak to you about today. You may be familiar with one or two of them, but I'm quite sure you're not familiar with the third. So the first idea is what we call an SLT. So if your business is big enough, you may be to the point now where you need to implement a strategic leadership team. Who is part of this team? It would likely be some of your VPs and your directors. And you want to think about this per department. So do you have someone representing sales, someone representing engineering, someone representing finance, someone representing operations, talent, for example? Now you see people have roles in technology. So this SLT, this strategic leadership team, has an expert in each one of your departments. And it's with this team that you're going to build your vision and then take that vision and turn it into an execution plan throughout the entire business. We do this through scaling up. It's almost impossible to run the scaling up process when you're by yourself at the top or you don't have a strong team supporting you because you're going to be wearing too many hats and have too many responsibilities. That's concept number one. So having an SLT in place when you're big enough. The other concept that you see often is having a board of directors. Now, a board of directors can be done at any level in a company. Again, we don't see them too often in small companies. We often relate board of directors to larger corporations, even public companies. But I see a lot of private companies of different sizes implementing a board of directors now. So what will your board of directors look like? Obviously, you will be on it as the owner, as the entrepreneur, as the CEO of your business, but then you will have outside experts, and this number can vary anywhere from 3 all the way to 13, 15 people. Obviously, you want to pick the right mix of people. Often it'll be an odd number because when it comes down to voting for things, you don't want to have even numbers, so everyone's voting and you may have a perfect split, which is not ideal. But this board of directors should be composed of industry experts, people who are really smart, who understand your business, who understand business in general, who are not afraid to challenge you, but are not going to cause conflict and discord for no reason. And it's really tough to get that composition right. And often it'll take many years of having people on it, maybe leaving the board of directors, and something that you'll have to think about in terms of the way the composition will go to make sure that they're challenging you the right way, but at the same time bringing enough alignment and harmony where you can move your business forward. Now, the third concept is one that comes from the scaling up methodology. Vern came up with this, and it's what he refers to as a strategic council. So now, what is a strategic council? This is a smaller group, okay? A strategic council will be between 4 and 6 people. And these are individuals who will meet on a weekly basis. And they're going to be making the most strategic decisions within the business and making sure that everything is flowing the right way. You want this group to get away from being too operational and really be focusing on the strategy of the business. Now, typically you'll have 2 or 3 people from within the business and 1 or 2 people from outside the business. Now, how does this differ from a board of directors? Well, typically a board of directors is very high level. They're only meeting approximately once a quarter, maybe monthly, but a lot of times board of directors are meeting once a quarter, and they're only looking at super specific big topics. Whereas the strategic council, because they're meeting every single week, they're really able to move the strategy forward in a very constant manner. So you're never kind of having those gaps in time, and you can tackle a lot of issues doing it this way and being challenged from having these experts from outside of the company, but still from within your industry coming and challenging you along the way. So those are kind of the 3 levels. You could have all 3. We do see businesses that have their SLT, their strategic leadership team. They have a board of directors, and they even have a strategic council. Obviously, if you have none of these in place, you got to start somewhere. My recommendation would start with a strategic leadership team, because that's really where the operations are happening, where action is being taken. There are going to be some tactical elements that you need to have your business moving forward. And then you would move on to a board of directors, a strategic council, perhaps both. But I wanted to give you the opportunity today to think about that, of these 3 different levels in the organization. Bottom line is that it's a lonely place in a business, especially at the top. And if you want to succeed, you have to surround yourself with the absolute best talent available. And some of that talent is going to be within your organization. But imagine the power of leveraging very strong talent that is outside of your organization, people you can refer to, people who understand, people who can challenge you and really, debunk some of the myths that you may be living with in your business. So give that a thought going into 2024. Very good way to prepare, strategic planning is to build these teams and have a good way to progress forward with amazing people surrounding you and supporting you in your success. Have a wonderful day, and if you enjoyed this video, please encourage others to subscribe to our newsletter. Thanks, take care.